And now, while the battle with man halts temporarily, the jealous stallions close in battle again, fighting for the mares who have become shuffled in the confusion of the roundup. Years of fierce conflict have left their mark. Sharp hooves and slashing teeth have ripped into thick horsehide, channeling deep scars for the record. Ignoring their natural enemy, man, the contest goes on. They won't believe it, but no more will these pests to the rancher raid his herd and carry off his mares. The fighting stallions even forget the mares in their furious competition. But man is ever present and separates the herd for training. This new move puzzles the belligerent stallions. The boss wrangler is closing in on the bewildered animal. It takes two real huskies to ready this wild Mustang for the branding. Should a captured horse carry an existing brand, the owner is notified. Obsolete brands are canceled. Getting the iron hot enough to brand the tough hide is 15-year-old Billy, an expert wrangler. And the Robin's mark is registered. During the heat of the desert encounter, no colt is left to shift for himself. The youngsters, only a few weeks old and unable to forage for themselves, are either driven in with the herd or rounded up separately. Young Billy enters the fray. And man against wild Mustang, Billy can give the toughest customer cards and spades in a training bout. For one wild roughneck, the struggle ends. An easy canter starts this 3-year-old on the road to reform, from a renegade of the range to a useful, well-behaved ranch horse. That elegant seat is worth a cool 200 smackaroos. It's the grand prize in the Robin's Rodeo, the next step on the Mustang's road to domestication. Let's all go along and take in the big show. See them ride 'em, cowboys. Yep, it's a holiday for ranchers and ranch hands alike. They're all out to see the fun. First, there's the delicate-like job of saddling the wild critters, willing to tackle anything since there are no other horses to fight. comes a time when even a wrangler's patience gives out. But the untamed horse, like a stubborn lad, rebels against the hand of authority. Rough treatment seems to be the order of the day. This rider, easing himself on, with a pal's hand on his belt in case of emergency, knows what's ahead. But bronc riders are funny that way. They're bears for punishment. It's a roundup all over again as the hands head the bronc back to the round corral for unsaddling. Easy does it. And we're all set to ginger up another 1,000 pounds of quivering dynamite, eager to show the spectators the Red Desert version of the jive. But who's afraid? Oh, what you said. Bucking, raring, and sunfishing, and sometimes a combination of everything. It's all the same in this competition of tough bronc rider against tougher bronc. The judges have no trouble trying to pick a loser so far. The boys don't last long, but there's always another willing to pit his skill against these fighters from the wild herds. The freedom of the open range is no more. The great sweep of the western plains narrows to the meager limits of the saddling chute. But these as yet unconquered Mustangs betray no sign of surrender. One after another, the proud wild Mustangs fight the curbing rope, and the struggle for supremacy goes on. The long continued struggle that began far back in the Pleistocene age, when their four-toed ancestors waged bitter war against each other and against the common enemy. Fighters to the last, they fling off the hand of authority, and with easy, rhythmic strides, seek vainly for the gates to freedom, gates which are closed to them forever.